All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's been a while that I had my live session on YouTube. Most times I just hold my indoor live session with my community or people who I enjoy trading with. And one thing I know, especially learning from Raja Banks, Rocks, and others, is that it's always good to trade with people. You just need to have that atmosphere where you feel where I don't know, people should just share their ideas, and it makes it much more easier to while away time, because half of the trading time is just you waiting for your setup, your entry criteria and all that, and it's kind of boring. So it would be good if I get people who want to join and want to share ideas as much as possible so that I can make this a regular feature of the YouTube channel. That being said, let me explain my trading analysis. So this is Cadjpy, and for Cadjpy, I'm just interested in one decision for today. And when it comes to making my decision, either going to buy or selling, I'm only thinking about what is the direction of the market. And for me to know the direction of the market, if you've been following me, I always talk about market structure. So the market has a defined way of movement. If it's going down, it makes structures for downtrends, making lower highs and lower lows. So you need to understand these market structures for you to follow me closely. If you don't understand market structure, you need to learn it so that you can join the life and understand what I'm saying. So, after understanding if something is a clearly defined downtrend or clearly defined uptrend, then the only thing I will be doing for that day is just following that trend. So, from here, what I'm seeing is yes, the sentiment of the market is up, but it doesn't mean the downtrend has been um, invalidated. So the downtrend is still active, but it's just that I can't be selling when I'm seeing a strong buy sentiment like this. So that's the meaning. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is there's good enough reason to wait for me to see how the market will play out. There is not yet enough reason for me to look for buying opportunities or selling opportunities, but the overall idea I am going to take out from this market is that I'm just going to be on the sidelines till I see something tangible to work with. Okay, let me see what my entry time frame is saying. So as long as this is just showing me reasons to um, explain that the sentiment is still going up, then I can't follow my overall trend of sales. Okay, so let me just write what I'm saying here. Um, so sales, this is the overall trend sell, but the sentiment is is strongly up towards the upside. Okay, so I don't want to be fighting against the sentiment. So what you are seeing in this market is that if you look at it, this is 4 hours count. This is 4 hours I use for my analysis. This one have 4 hours, 4 hours. So this is 4 times 4, that's 16 plus hours that price has just been pushing, not just in a small fashion, but strong pressure. Price has been pushing towards the upside. So I know that the decision for me today is sales. Like if I'm taking any buys, it will be counter trend. The decision is sales, but I can't just jump into sales immediately, even though the overall trend is sales, because the sentiment has been pushing this market so strong up. Okay, Now, so if I want to do anything for today, is I'll just explain my analysis from the higher time frame. I will explain where you can enter your trade from. Then I will now explain from the lower time frame what I'll be looking out for. If you have any question, please make sure you ask so that we make it much more understandable to anybody. Then if you also have a pair you want me to look out for, also say it so that I can share my thoughts on that pair. So for Cadjpy, 4 hours time frame. The 4 hours is why I say my major decision lies upon it. So I'm a day trader, so it helps me to know, okay, what am I doing for today? And for today, what I'm interested in doing is looking for sales. So that's why I said earlier on, I'm interested mainly in what sales. So just let me write it down. So this key level here is a significant point for me. Okay, so let me put the price point. So this is 109.109. So this price point is important. So what I want here is I want to see this 4 hours candle close. So I need this 4 hours candle to close before I make an informed decision. This is using the higher time frame for my making decisions. I need the 4 hours time frame to close. As long as this 4 hours does not close above this key level here, so we are looking for sales. Remember, like I said earlier, if you understand how market structure works, the market moves in structure. So those structures, institutions, hedge funds, people who are big players understand these structures and they pick their trades when it's going a downtrend from the lower high. So this is the lower high that has been respected. And if you can see price has come here, this is the third time price is coming to this point here, 109.0, 109. So if price is respecting this area, then I'm looking for sales. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So if price is respecting this area, I'm looking for sales. And why am I looking for sales? I'm looking for sales back to this area here. So this will be a key level that, let me see how many pips that. So this is like 55 pips. 55 pips not that bad. So stop loss will be above this area, then your take profit over here. But like I say, you want these 4 hours to close so that you can now make your entry and your TP. So I always advise you go for 1 to 3 TP, but you want to manage your trades around here. That's what you want to do. You want to manage your trades. But it's always good to go for at least 1 to 3 for your TP. Okay, I hope that part is understandable. If you have a pair you want me to explain, just let me know. Then for the lower time frame, so if this is just strictly on the 4 hours, if I'm using the 4 hours and the 15 minutes, I was saying that for 4 hours and 15 minutes, which you often see me trade, is that yes, the overall trend is sales, but the sentiment is strongly up. So all through the morning, you can see that the market has been pushing, price has been pushing the market up. So what I need to see from the 15 minutes is that I need to be sure that price is going down. Now, how do I know price is going down from the 15 minutes? I need to see the 15 minutes make new lower highs for me to continue going down with it. That's what I want to see. I want to see the 15 minutes make new lower highs for me to continue going down with it. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for on the 15 minutes time frame. So right now, I won't take any trade until I see a lower high if I want to take a trade here. So let me write it down so that it's clear. So if you have a pair you want me to look out for, just quickly tell me the pair you want me to analyze. Okay. Usually when I'm trading, I play music. It's always good to have a good like an ambience where you feel less pressured. You don't want to be under pressure when you're trading. You want to feel much more relaxed when you're trading. Okay. So okay. So you see that the market is moving down. As long as price has not broken this area here, it tells us that the sellers are still in the market, even though
Bora
price has pushed this
na
much.
tatu again
The
about
only
now
thing
it's time.
that hello,
Because I'm in a meeting.
um, if you want to say something, you can unmute your device. But if you're not saying anything, just mute your device. Okay? Do you understand? Okay. So someone say I should look at gold. Someone say I should look at gold. Okay, so if you are going to ask a question, just unmute. But if you are not saying anything, please mute your device. Okay? It's important to obey the rules here. So someone wants me to look out gold. So I've explained my analysis for Cadjpy. I hope you understand the analysis. Let me go to gold. Okay. So gold, the war in what do you call it, Israel and Palestine has been making gold push up. So if you've been following the way gold moves over the years, whether it's COVID, Brexit, Ukraine war, anything that has to do with uncertainty in the world makes the value of gold increase. So if the value of gold increases, it just means that investors see gold as a safe haven, as a way to protect their assets. So rather than storing their assets in currency, fiat currency that can be let's say the country just collapse, that currency will have no value. They will rather store their currency in something that has an infinite value, which um, is gold. So naturally, investors all over the world store their currency, I mean their assets in gold when there's epidemic or some kind of war or crisis in the world. So you see banking crisis earlier this year. You see Brexit. You see even when election is coming up for US, you see movements from gold showing that people are stacking up positions. So it's the same thing here. I won't say relying too much on technical analysis is the way for this market here at all. But I'll just say that if you have spare money that you're not using at the moment, you're not doing anything with it, then you should put your money in gold. But if you don't have that spare money, then you can just learn the basics as I'm going to explain. But generally, when you have those uncertainty in the market, you don't just rely on technical analysis. You just put your money in gold till when the crisis is being resolved or when it's over, or when you see that the market has started tilting towards the opposite direction, if you understand what I'm saying. But from a technical point of view, I'll say that I don't use trend line, so this is not important. But even though it's not important, it just shows that the market has been picking trades from these places. That's what it's showing here. So markets pick trades from these places. People all over the world are picking trades from these places. So if someone wants to pick his trade from here, it is not a bad idea. But I don't use trend line, so I'll just explain it the way that I understand the market. So what I know is simple, that this is the current higher low. So like I said, the market moves in structures. So for an uptrend, the market moves like going in an upstairs. So it makes higher lows and higher highs. So these higher lows are the key areas you want to be taking your trades from. So this market just formed a new higher low here. So what you want to be doing when the market has formed this higher low is to pick your trades from here, your stop loss below this level. So that's what you want to do. Okay. So if you have any question on the go, just let me know. So your stop loss has to be not this far. Just has to be below this wick. So you need your stop loss below this wick here so that you can continue going with gold. But I would say next time, the best thing you do for gold, just in case of next time, is that if there's any uncertainty in the world, just store some money in gold. That's what I'll say. It's not about technical analysis at that point. It's just using the common sense of how the world works and profit from it. People profit from war, people profit from uncertainty. It's just how to use it, how to know when to use it. Although the problem happening in Palestine is not good and it's not something that I like, but people use it to their advantage to make money from it. And it's the same thing if there's war in Nigeria, people will store their money in dollar or any other strong currency and the value will keep going up even if you don't have anything. You put your money there, you still have money for your value for your money. Okay, so someone wants me to look at, just wait first before I look for any other pair. I've said what I'm looking for here. So me, what I'm interested in at this place is simple. So I'm coming. I would just say the best place to take this market was earlier in the morning. This was a lot of push from London session around here. So if someone wanted to take this trade, we have taken it in these higher lows around here. These are higher lows that someone would have taken this trade from, or even this one around 9:10. Okay, this one was 10. This so looking for trade opportunities here when price has pushed this much from the 15 minutes time frame. Uh, I will still be patient to look for something, but if I don't see, I know that most of the opportunities were these ones. So let me look at for what someone was saying. GBP USD. I know GU has been ranging for a long time. GU has been ranging for a long time. So let me mark those levels. So this place and this place. Okay. So I won't say anything about this one. I'll just put something like this. I don't trade range. People who trade range, yeah, you can ask them. But for me, when something is ranging, the probability of you winning is very low. So it's best if I can explain something simple and understandable to you. It will be always be good. But trading during a range, your chances of winning is very low. So let me see. Who has a pair you want me to look out for? Okay. If you have a pair, just let me know.
Okay. Hey, can you help me look at AUD JPY?
Okay, AUD JPY.
Hello?
Okay. No problem. AUD JPY. Any other
Yes, yes, I
person?
want to.
Any other person before I look at AUD JPY? Okay, let me look at AUD JPY as okay. So AUD JPY. I like AUD JPY. Just I used to trade AUD JPY those days. It's been a while I checked it. But just like you have AUD JPY and NZD JPY, their movements are somehow similar. Okay, so AUD JPY, if you're looking at this market, even though we say that it's a range, you can say this is a range, but it looks like it wants to break out of the range. But I won't say it has broken out of this range. This is the 4 hours time frame. So if you're just focusing on just the 4 hours time frame, I'll explain it. Then if I'm focusing on a lower time frame, I will also explain it. So this level here, 95 point 966, and this level here, 94.556, are important areas in the market. It doesn't mean that this area is not important as well, but what matters most is how you interpret the market. It doesn't really, if you don't know how to use the levels in the best way, the levels don't matter. It's how you interpret the market that matters the most. So what I'll just say for a higher time frame analysis is that this place, as long as it has not yet been broken, you have to just wait. You want to see price break this area, break here clearly, retest before you go up. And when I say retest, I don't mean break and retest strategy. I just mean that you want to see a new higher low to form. So if price is going to buy, you want to see it make higher lows. So those are indications that okay, this is a clear uptrend. That's what you want to see. If price is going to sell, you want to see it make clear lower highs. So those are indications that this is going towards sell. But if price is moving sideways, so this is more of sideways, it's inside this area. So what you're interested in doing is just what people typically do. Average trader is those support and resistance technique. They sell at this resistance and they buy at the support. Okay, so that's what people generally do. So I'll say the current support is this one here, around here. So this is, but at today, right now, where we are live, I'll say that if someone is looking for anything right now, using this range is to look for sales. You can only buy after it has broken above this key level, that is 95.966. Okay, so I hope you understand. Let me explain it in a simpler way so that you can get it. Let me remove all this. So what you want to see is you want to see that price clearly has not broken this place. So if price has not broken this place, so that means you are waiting for another 4 hours to finish before you can take sales. So you have to wait till like 130, 145 to come back to see if price has clearly broken this place before you think of selling. So at the moment, as long as this area, this place has been respected and price has not broken this area, we're still looking for sales. But when price breaks this area, then you are no more looking for sales. When you see a break, you want to see a clear retest. And like I said, it's not a break and retest strategy. It just shows that you are looking for a new higher low to continue going up. Okay. But if you're looking at it from the lower time frame, that is the 15 minutes time frame, it's a lot more different. In the 15 minutes time frame, what you're interested in is just following the sentiment of the market. So if the sentiment of the market is tilting towards the upside, then you are just following that sentiment. Okay, so it means that this area here, as long as price does not break this area here, you are looking for buys. That's what it means here. So for the 15 minutes time frame, as long as price does not break this area, your stop loss will be below this key level. So you're looking for buys here. So your stop loss has to accommodate these weeks. So you have to add all these weeks to accommodate your stop loss. Understand your broker spread so that you can also add your broker spread. Okay. But if price breaks this area, so let me explain it. So if price breaks this area and retest here and does not go up, so you don't want to have a breakout break back in, but retest here, you can take sells to continue going down to this place or to this place. Okay. So I hope I explained it clearly. Uh, so that's the two options. I explained from a higher time frame point of view and I explained it from a lower time frame point of view. Is it? I hope that is clear. I don't think I got the person's name who was asking, but anyway, I hope it's clear. If you have any trade you want me to look out for, just let me know as well. Okay.
Okay, it's clear.
Okay. So let me go back to my
Thank
own
you.
pair. So I think for me today, the trade I took in the morning is enough. But I'll say that if I'm looking for any trade for today, I have explained it from the higher time frame and I also explained it from the lower time frame. So from the higher time frame, let me just go back to what I was saying. Okay, so from the higher time frame, I was saying that the general trend is still a downtrend. I don't really focus on going to the past too much. The past is not really what matters for me as a day trader. For a swing trader, as position trader, the past might matter. But for me, just using today as my point of making decisions, as long as I understand where the structure of the market is, that is the first thing that I need to know. The structure of the market helps me to know what am I facing, what am I doing today, am I selling or am I buying. What you want to do in trading is not just you don't want to be trading, like you don't want to be buying and selling at the same time. You want to have a clear thought of view, something precise. You want to come into the market knowing exactly what you are looking for and be patient enough to wait for it, or be disciplined to stick to that plan. So that's where the most important problem comes in. That patience and discipline to just sit down and wait for your plan to work out. So what I'm saying is, if I am following the structure of the market and I know this is a downtrend, and I know that price has respected here previously in history, and currently price has come back to this place and has not broken this area, that is 109.109, then I am still looking for sales. I understand that this is a strong push towards the upside, but I'm not following candlesticks. One of the things many people do is they keep following candlesticks. You follow not candlesticks, you follow the structure of the market. And that's the way you beat the market. If you keep following candlesticks, you'll be manipulated very easily. All you want to do is follow the structure of the market and keep following the overall trend. So this is the overall trend, which is sales. The sentiment is showing that there is strong buy presence in the market. So what I said earlier was, if we are looking for any trade today from a higher point time frame, is sales, and your stop loss has to be above this key level. You have to accommodate the wicks and take your stop loss above these key levels, and your target will be 108.553 or up to down to this place. You want to at least have good risk to reward ratios. That's the whole point of trading. It's not at every point you see your phone, your trading green or blue, you want to take profits, you are anxious to take profits. You want to follow proper risk to reward, so that the days you win, it will cover up for the days you lose. But if you don't have good risk to reward, you always have seashore um, trading portfolio. Okay. So this is why I explained from the lower time frame, you need to allow this 4 hours close. So when these 4 hours close, it gives you an informed decision on what to do. So as long as this 4 hours has not closed, it will close around 1:30. We are looking for sales. As long as it does not break this key level here, you're looking for sales down back here. But from a lower time frame, which I was explaining, a lower time frame, what I'm saying is that for the lower time frame, I just need to see that price is giving me a lower high to continue what going down. That's the only thing I'm interested in. So the lower time frame is the same thing with the higher time frame. It's just that the movements in the lower time frame are faster. The higher time frame is better because you have less I've forgotten what the word is, but with higher time frame, you are not easily manipulated. Your probability of winning is higher. But the lower time frame, there's so much manipulation that you can lose so much. So what I'm just saying is that you need to be skilled in one time frame. Choose the time frame that you are very, very comfortable or skilled in. Don't do all time frames. Don't be going through monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hours. And just choose something that you are very skilled in. One for the overall trend and one for your entry. Or you can even use the same one for your entry and overall trend. Okay. So that one aside, so on the 15 minutes time frame, what I'm interested in is I just need to see a lower high so that I can continue trading. That's all I'm interested in. A lower high is what I'm looking for to continue trading. So price has not made any lower high for me to trade for sales here. And I said for the higher time frame, what I'm interested in is sales. Okay. All right. So let me see. So if you have any question, if you have any pair you want me to look out for, just let me know. Okay. So let me see if I can get just one opportunity today. Then I would um I will be done for today. But if I don't get any opportunity today, it is what it is. Okay, so let me go to Forex Factory to see the fundamentals for today. So we can see that there is a lot of news today on Tuesday. For Japan, which was earlier in the morning around 4:30, and also around 7:40, we saw that they released their monetary policy statement, just like when US released their Fed rates or Euro their bank rates. So it's the same thing, monetary policy rate, just showing that if they want to increase the interest rate or they want to maintain the interest rate. And you can see from here that they maintain the interest rate. And what this means is just that if the Japan use deflation as their own style, so they are not worried about inflation. So if they maintain it, they have no problem if their currency is still being weak. That's what they are trying to say. They have no problem with their currency still being deflated or still being weak. So that's the overall message they are saying here. But what matters to me is not what they say, is how I can interpret it in my charts to use it for my advantage. And one thing I know about Japanese bank rate is that it brings momentum into the market. So I was awake early this morning to take advantage of the momentum, but I didn't take it up to this point here. I didn't even know it to reach here. I wish I left my trade. I would have been in good profit, but it is what it is. So I took advantage of this momentum from the policy rate decision. I was going for buys and went for 1 to 2 risks to reward. I should have gone for 1 to 3, but it is what it is. So the important thing is the incoming news. So the news that is coming up next is 130. So this is card their GDP for the month. Then you also have US unemployment clause, and you also have later on S&P composites, Chicago MPI, and you have consumer confidence. So this one by 10:45 is not important because I won't be trading by that time. I have nothing to do with NZD. So what matters most is CAD and USDs because I'm trading Cadjpy. So this news would affect my own trading, and naturally US, most countries keep their reserves in dollars. So whatever currency pair you're trading or commodity or indices, most times US news affects it. So you just want to be you want to come to Forex Factory or whichever one you use to check these things. It's important. Okay. So after saying that, so why am I pointing out 130 is that by 130, if I see any opportunity, I don't trade the news. I only allow the news results, allow the people who release the news to give out the news, then I can continue trading after the news. So either I'm taking partials or closing my trade or taking my SL to entry by one what do you call it, by 1:15 minutes before the news, and I'm coming back to the market by 2, but I won't be trading within 130. Okay, but for a higher time frame, this news doesn't matter. None of this news, I'm not talking of interest rate or policy rate, but this news down here, they don't matter on a higher time frame. Okay, so price is about to make a level that I can work with here. So if I see a lower high here, then I am good to go for sales. So that's what I want to see, a lower high, then I'm good to go for sales. So let me write it down. Um, so one thing that I have learned or I need you people to understand is that you want to be calculating your risks and set all those things before the news time. Before the news time, not during the news time. Oh, sorry. I mean, before you execute your trade. That's what I wanted to say. Before you execute your trade, you check your what do you call it, stop loss, how many pips it is, and set all those things. You want to set everything. It's not when you are about to take the trade you want to start calculating. You set everything before you take that trade. So this one is just showing that I'm risking this amount and I'm going with this stop loss. I mean, this lot size. Okay, so you want to know what website you use to check your risks. You want to know exactly what you are risking. So this is position size calculator on my Forex book. You put your pair, you put the currency that your broker is using, you put your account size, your risks, and you put the stop loss and you calculate it so that you know exactly how much you are risking and the lot size you should use. Okay, so I'm looking for sales. That's what I'm interested in here. So as long as I see a lower high here, then I'm taking sales. And in my own case, I'm going to use a what they call a sell stop. So a sell stop will trigger me, making sure that once the sellers come into the market, it will trigger me into the market. So I want this candle to close first. I need it to close. That is 12:44 before I make a decision. And I'm going for 1 to 2. So I'm looking for selves today for my own pair. That's what I'm interested in. So my stop loss 9 pips, and I'm going for 1 to 2 bricks reward. So I want this candle to close. Close. So once I execute the trade, I don't even bother monitoring the trade. So once I execute the trade, I just use my alerts. That's all. More interested in my alerts than me monitoring any trade. So remember, I said once it's close to 115, I'm out of the market. So anything 115, I'm not trading in the market. Okay. So I want this candle to close. That should be in the next 5 minutes. Um, it's always good people are talking. This one nobody's talking. It's a bit boring. Okay. Let's see. Tomorrow you have French holiday, Italian bank holiday. You have ADP. Okay. There are lots of news that are very, very volatile tomorrow, and I doubt I'll be trading tomorrow. So you have FOMC, that is federal funds rates. They are going to release their interest rates. Then you have ISM manufacturing jobs opening, ISM's PMI. So, and you have ADP. Most of all this news, I don't really trade them, so I won't be in the market tomorrow.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
So, what's the reason for not trading with those high-profile news?
Like I was explaining previously, there are news that work well with my trading style. Then there are news that also don't work well with my trading style. So, like you already see, I'm already creating my trading plan for 2024. And in 2023 is the same thing I have. Let me see here, 2023. So, so what I'm trying to say is that there are news that don't work well with my trading style. So I have them here. Fundamentals that don't affect my trading plan, fundamentals that affect my trading plan. So those fundamentals that affect my trading plan, I don't trade them at all. So you can see NFP, ADP, FOMC.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
once I
Those are the US. Those are the US fundamentals, right?
yeah, for my own trading style, once I have
Yes, but
a
for someone,
uh-huh.
yeah, but for someone who is trading US dollar and GBP, so but the person has to look out for those fundamental information, right?
Yeah, it's part of
Okay.
your trading plan. You should
They,
incorporate fundamentals in your trading plan. So like
okay.
this
Thank
one,
you.
I said I'm using a sell stop. So let me explain why I'm using a sell stop here. So a sell stop just means that you are not executing where the price is. You're not taking a trade exactly where the price is. It means you want to put your trade at a place where the market will trigger you in. So a sell stop means that this is not the kind of lower high I'm looking for. So here, this is not the kind of lower high I'm looking for. But it doesn't mean that this lower high is not valid. This lower high, so let me just make this thing more thicker. This lower high, it doesn't mean that this lower high here is not valid, but it's just that I need the sellers, the pressure of the sellers to come into the market, then trigger my sell stop. That's what I need. But as long as I'm not seeing volume of transaction for sales, then I can't just take an instant execution. I hope it's clear. Okay. So I have a sell stop. I didn't take an instant execution, just so that you know the difference between the kind of trades I'm using. Okay. So you too, you also need to understand when to use a pending order and when to use an instant order. So it's only when price gives me reason to what take an instant execution, I will take an instant execution. But for me here, I am not taking an instant execution. Okay. Excuse me. So let me just put this like this so that I can explain it here. So what you can see here, let me go to the higher time frame, because generally all my decision comes from the higher time frame, not the lower time frame. The lower time frame is just to execute trades. So what you can see here is based on my own trading style, the market is respecting this sell um, structure. But at the same time, it doesn't mean you should ignore all this buying sentiment. So the buyers are not yet fully out of this market. That's what it's saying. So on the 15 minutes time frame, you want to see that price is making new structures of lower high so that you can continue going down with the original or the overall sell trend. So what I'm just trying to say is that you're not just trading because you say there's a sell structure. You are trading because you understand that even if there are sellers, you want to see that the sellers gain back the dominant pressure in the market. So if the selling pressure is there, but the buyers are pushing the market, you have to wait until the buying pressure is exhausted. Then the sellers come into the market, then you start trading with the sales. So it might sound like a lot of talk, but it took time for me to understand it, and it's not about
Can
me
I be heard?
understanding it. Yeah, yeah, you can. I can hear you.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay. So what I want to say is that for someone who wants to start trading, first thing first, go with the higher time frame. Fact of trading is that the higher time frame is the best. I keep forgetting the word to use, but trading is just about probability. You know that it is not how good you are that matters. It's just making sure you have the probability in your favor. And the higher time frame gives better confidence, gives better reason for a good trade. The lower time frame, many people go down to the lower time frame just because they are impatient. They want to make profits, they want to make money sharp, sharp, sharp. They want to be like people on social media that are cashing out millions. Yes, you can trade the lower time frame if you are skilled at the higher time frame first. But if you don't even understand the higher time frame, it will be very difficult for you to even understand the lower time frame that is much more manipulative and much more lower time frame. You need to be adaptable. You need to know when you take out your trade. You need to know when you are wrong and cut out your losses early, not holding it and hoping. Those things you don't do that on a lower time frame. But on a higher time frame, you have room to relax. You have room to understand what you are doing before you even execute a trade. And even if you are wrong, you still have 4 hours. That is, if you are using the 4 hours, if you are using the 1 hour, whichever one, any of them, you still have 4 hours or 1 hours to adjust your decision. But in a lower time frame, you just have less than 15 minutes, less than 30 minutes to adjust any decision you are making. So my advice is start with a higher time frame. Forget about the impatience that comes with it. Understand it, master it very well. Then you can now go to lower time frame. Okay, so if I were in this trade like a newbie, someone who is just starting, I've explained what my thoughts are on the higher time frame. As long as this place is not broken, then you are looking for sales. But you need to first see that the sentiment, which is this up pressure, is not has not broken this area. As long as this key level has not been broken, you can look for sales back down to this area. I think I marked it here. You can look for sales back down to 108.553 and 107.994. Okay, you want to use a good risk to reward, at least 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Okay, I think I'll be ending the live soon. So if you want to share any thoughts or any idea, let me know. Um, Someone say I should check gold. So okay, I think that was a lot that I put in the morning. So my trade in the morning. If you want me to explain my trade in the morning, I will explain that one. But let me go to that gold first. Uh, I don't trade gold, so please just know that I stick to one pair. But I thought I explained gold earlier on. I said gold is more of fundamentals that are applying since the wars there in Israel and Palestine. So I was saying that anytime you hear about crisis in the world, whether it's pandemic, COVID, whether it's banking crisis in America, whether it's war, or whether it is Brexit, all those things. It's the way forex market works is that countries, investors, institutions have where they store their assets. They most times during cases of uncertainty, they store their assets in gold. So you see that gold will just keep on pushing up, keep going up, and just keep moving up, irrespective of your technical or fundamental analysis. It doesn't matter. But what matters is you have missed this opportunity. You can't just go and buy gold now. The war started in Israel 2 weeks ago, but another opportunity will come. I'm not saying you should pray for war. I'm just saying that it's an inevitable fact, and people use it to make money. So another opportunity will come. Even US election is coming along the line. People will be buying gold. So I'm just saying that fundamental plays more when those news come up. But without those news, you can follow your technical analysis. So for technical analysis, without those fundamental news and those uncertainties, this is a clear uptrend. So the overall decision is just to look for buys. And as long as this area is not broken, so let me cancel this. I don't use trend lines. So as long as this area is not broken, then we are looking for buys. Okay, and your take profits will be this, will be your take profit. So let me see. This is what point? So this is 2004. So what me I'll say is that if you miss this opportunity to take your trade around here when we started this analysis, then you should look for another trade entry from here. You don't want to be taking gold when it has pushed. When we're talking about this thing, it has not pushed this much. So you want to be taking the trade at the key level, because your stop loss, if you want to take this trade here right now where it is for gold, your stop loss still has to be below this week's. You can't put your stop loss anywhere you feel like. You have to still put it below the key levels. It's the way traders see the market. You don't just put stop loss anywhere. It has to be at a valid level. Okay. So like we said, for this one, this entry was not executed. So what this means is that the buying pressure is still active in this market, and the sellers are also here. So let me put this here. So we have selling pressure here and we have buying pressure here. And put this one and this one. So, okay, so let me put it like this. So if you want to trade this market, I'll say for me personally, I'm using the higher time frame. I'm only interested in sales. Okay. Okay, what did I do here? Okay, I'm only interested in sales today. So if I'm only interested in sales today, then I want. Okay, what's going on here? I want price to break out of this area. I need price to clearly break out of this area for me to take sales. So what is happening here is that there is a buying pressure here and there is a selling pressure here. So I want to see a clear winner. I don't want to be among the people who are um, fighting between this place. I want to see a clear winner in this fight here, so that if I'm going down, I have a range from here to here to take a trade. If I'm going with the uptrend, it needs to break this area clearly, retest to continue going up. Okay. So remember, if you don't have a live account, you can always have a starting capital with Easy Market. They help you with at least 30% deposit bonus. But if you have a live account, you can always come and join me, or you just message me privately if you want to trade with me. I don't mind. We can trade together. But I just do the live trading on Tuesdays. I might increase it by next year, might take it more often, or I don't know, but depends on how people respond. And if people respond very well, then I would continue to do it. But if people don't respond very well, then it is what it is. I will do it as I've always been doing. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know so that you can ask. Okay, so I think I've explained my trade plan both from the higher time frame and the lower time frame. Okay, so I don't think I have anything to do again today. So I'm only looking for sales. That's what I said. So if price does not break this place, then I'm not looking for sales. I need price to break this place for me to continue going down. All right. So I've removed the pending order from here. So what I need is a clear break from this place, retest to continue going down. My TP will be around here. Okay. Then if I see buys, I need buys, a clear breakout of this place, retest to continue going up. Okay. So let me put my TP point. So I need price to break this place is 108.972. Then my TP is around here. Okay. So my stop loss has to accommodate this week. So this week is important part of the stop loss. So this is like okay. All right, so the sales is working effectively. So let's see if it will play out down to this point. It's Okay. So the cells is working fine. Let's see. All right. So I'm done for today. All right. So I'm done for today. The only thing I'm looking for is sales and TP around here. Then for higher time frame, I explained it here. For higher time frame, the first TP around here, the second TP around here, whichever one you want to go with, either the 4 hours or the 15 minutes. Okay. So remember to like, share, and subscribe in my YouTube channel. And if you know people who want to also learn how to trade, let me know. I appreciate. So I've given you my analysis from 15 minutes and also the 4 hours, whichever one that you want to use. I've told you the best for a beginner. Okay. And I've told you my TP point as well. No questions, no just remember to like, share, and subscribe. All right. Have a nice day.